Welcome to the video, people, and as you've seen from the title, I am starting to build a new TV unit. I've never done this before, I have no skills in this, and I have no idea how it will turn out. I always think if you want to try something, just try it and see how it goes, and I'm sure you'll figure it out along the way. So that's exactly what I'm doing, and there is something, I started redoing bits and pieces of my house to have it in the way that I wanted, and it's quite frustrating when you can't find the different things that you particularly would like. And that's what I found, and I thought, you know what, I have an idea in my head of what I would like to make. So why not just draw it on a scrap bit of paper and see if you can make it? Yep. Yep. This is the unit in question that I'm replacing. It's an IKEA unit. I'm sure many of you have seen it before. I can't stand it. Like, I genuinely hate it. Don't ask why there's a popcorn machine there. Just, yeah. But I hate this. I wanted it to be smaller, more compact. I wanted the speaker to sit inside it, and I hate these big drawers. The problem with the big drawers is what happens, people just fill them with shit. So I don't like them. So I want to get rid of all of this space, just get rid of it. So that's what I started to look into. I started to do a couple of sketches in pencil on a bit of scrap paper, and hopefully it comes out well. I can't weld, so I'm actually relying on a friend of mine to do all the welding for me, because it is actually going to be built in metal, so the whole thing is going to be metal structure. But let me just show you my expert drawing, and this is the technical drawing that I'm going to be working off to build this thing. Yeah, I really wasn't kidding when I said a scrap bit of paper, but so this is the concept. You can see by the measurements, it's not actually that tall. It's about 62.5 centimeters. Don't know what that is in inches, 62.5 centimeters high, 30 centimeters deep, so it's not very deep at all. And then it is about 150-ish along, I think. Well, that says 150. Yeah, I've cut those down. That's right. Cut down to 50, total 150. That's wrong. Don't see. Maybe creating a more accurate technical drawing would have been a good idea before you embarked on this, but nope. And so you could see with the pieces and how far I've got so far. I had some old champagne boxes, yeah, as you do, and I thought, you know what, these look really quite nice, so I wanted to make a feature of those as per my expert drawing here. It's because although I did give the whole drawer thing a bit of shit because they get full. These aren't technically going to be drawers, they're going to be like cupboard doors that fold down, that's the idea anyway. And I still need some space for things like the Mac Mini and a couple of the other electronics. I'm going to put the router and stuff in there as well, because again, I don't want anything on the top. So I'm going to try and put a lot of the electronics hidden away in each one of these fold down units. Like I said, I had these available, just knocking around, and I really liked the concept of it. I'm going for like a wood, brown, black kind of industrial-ish theme. So I bought all of this metal. So it started just, yeah, box section like this that I have just measured and cut down. So I've just cut it all down to the right sizes based on what I think I need here. So I'm hoping that that's fairly accurate. And the same with these. I've got this 90-degree. It's quite thick actually, should probably gone for a bit thinner. Either way, I've got this and I've cut this down to make the actual drawer or the cupboard unit that this, or cupboard door section that this will sit into. So all of these are going to be welded up, and then this can be attached to the metal, and then the hinges can be attached to this metal as well, and then it can fold down from this whole structure. So like I said, these are the legs. So that's how high it's going to sit. So it's not massively high. I wanted a fairly compact unit because I don't think that these things should take up loads of space. But again, like, all this is in my head, so I've really no idea how it's going to look. And I've never tried anything like this, like I've said. But it'll be great. It'll be great because I'm going to get someone else to do the bits that are really complicated, and that's the welding. So like I said, I've cut all of these things to size. I've labeled everything, I've tidied my workspace. So these should be the inner bits. These are all the inner bits that sit between these different sections here. I don't have I was looking at this, it's some like extruded metal, I think it's called, or expanded metal. for the sides. I don't want like chicken wire because that would be like weird, but I don't want it to look like some shitty unit. So I'm gonna have to still look for those pieces and what they are. And the inserts here are going to just be some wood as well. So I'm gonna get some wood for these inserts. They've got little tabs on here, and the idea is I want to cut some of this section out, this right angle section, and just cut it into like, you know, a couple of centimeter bits like that, and then have them welded on the side so I can use those and just drill through them and then attach screws from the bottom. So that's the aim, I think, because I've got some spare bits of this. I've got this whole section here, so I'm gonna just cut some of these down into bits where I can use it for not just these tabs here, tabs along the bottom. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, say 26, something like that, 26, I think that's around about that. So I'm gonna be doing that, and I'm gonna need to drill the holes in that. So I've still got those to do, and I've still got everything to be welded, but the first step is kind of done. Once all these pieces have been welded together, and I got these, never used these before, but I figure these will be quite handy to keep the angles when we're welding it all together. So once we've welded it all, which will hopefully be in the next couple of weeks, then I can start grinding it down, getting all the doors, or whatever they're called, cupboardy doors, sorted. I've got some soft close hinges coming for those. So what they have is they have a hinge that sits at the bottom here, 2 of them, and then it allows, instead of it just to be a quick down and up on a normal hinge, they've got like a spring action in it, so it allows it to, once you open it, it comes down softly, and then once you push it back up, with this being metal, you can in fact, I'm also going to embed a magnet in the back of these, and they're going to have like a soft shut push where you just push it and it goes and it clicks in. So it's going to click in at the top, click out, and then soft shut or soft open down. I mean, that's the idea anyway. That's what I'm going for. And the top, I haven't mentioned the top, but the top's going to be oak. I need to pick that up this weekend. I need to pick up some oak for another project that I'm doing as well. I don't know why I've decided to take on so many different projects in my house of things that I've never done before. But I figured I may as well share the journey with people to see how they come out. And if they come out well, great. If not, I will try and make sure they come out really well. I'm going to take my time and make them, you know, what I want them to look like. So yeah, the oak is going to be on the top, and I'll embed that in there. I would like a nice stain similar to this one here. That sort of colour's quite nice, I like that. So I will try and replicate that sort of stain or wax on the top. I'm also picking up some oak for, you can see I've got an absolute shed ton of epoxy here, because I'm going to be doing, yes, another person to do this. I know I'm not original, but it's a resin pour table. But it's a resin pour table with a kind of slate black graphite resin in the middle, and I've got some black legs for it, but that'll be another project that I'll do afterwards. And I'm also attempting, once I've practiced on the coffee table, I will be attempting to do a mammoth 2.75 meter long dining table to replace my oak table upstairs, because again, I'm an idiot and want to do these. So this is where I'm at the moment. Part 2 should have all of the parts for this table welded together, and we can start to see it actually coming together. And then hopefully at that point as well, I need to try and figure out what pieces I will actually need, like the expanded metal for the sides. So I'm going to go off and look for some of the materials that I think I will need, and the finish as well. I think I'm just going to spray paint it like matte black, but I need to find that finish that will be hard wearing enough for this. So yes, once it's put together, I can grind down all the welds, I can start spray painting it up, I can make sure that I've got all the different side bits, because I need to work out how to attach the bits on the side as well. So if I'm going to have this mesh on the side, how can I best attach it, say from the inside, without it causing, I just want it to look nice. I want it to look nice on the outside as well. So a couple of things to work out. Like I said, this is like such a loose plan. I'm hoping it all comes together based on my little drawing there. And I also need to order some little feet as well that go in the corners, obviously to block off at the bottom. So little plastic feet that stick in the edges of of this. So when it's on the bottom, just you can get little plastic inserts that just bang in that give it just a nice foot on the end there. So I'm going to get a couple of those. On the top it shouldn't be an issue because I think I'm going to mount the wood on the top of it. So I'm going to do it slightly different so the wood sits flush on the top of that, so there's no metal showing. That's the idea, I think. Anyway, you could say, why bother? Like, why not just get yourself a TV unit and save all of this arse ache in making one that you don't know is going to be good? This total in materials I think was about 200 euros. That's all I've spent. I'll pay my mate to weld in beer, so that shouldn't be a problem. I think the oak in the top shouldn't be too bad, say 50 for that, so it's probably going to cost me about 250, which sure, that IKEA unit was probably about 200 and it's lasted me a long time, but it's really crap. Like, it's really badly made. It's IKEA, it's exactly what you expect, and this will be a bespoke unit that I really enjoyed, and I've got a piece of my creativeness out into my house in a way that I really enjoy. So yeah, sure, I could go and pick one up from the shops for 250 euros just as easily, but it wouldn't be what I wanted, and it wouldn't be something that I had put myself into. So for that point of view, I don't think that you can create or buy something that special for that amount of money. So that's the reason why I'm doing these things. I'm just enjoying the process. So if you're enjoying it too, let me know. Like I said with my other video and covering my chair, I'm not really sure what my upload schedule will be on these different things. The only reason I thought I'd make videos about it is because I thought that it's quite a fun process to follow, and some people like to follow the journey of people making things. So if you liked this video and my introduction to building my random TV unit, make sure you subscribe and give me a like, and I look forward to seeing you in part 2 of this, when this really starts to come together in a proper unit. I hope you're excited, and as excited as I am, because you can tell I'm just rather scared. I'm not gonna lie. Otherwise, I'll see you on part 2 and we'll see how we're going. Peace.